Good Monday morning, class. Welcome to week 2 of virtual learning. Our first lesson this morning, we're going to jump into our grammar keepers. I believe that Miss Garrett did a little bit of this with you last year, so hopefully for most of you it'll be a review. But we're going to start out with the word, the homophone, to, T-O-O. So if you were in class with me, I would pop this up on my whiteboard, and then I would draw two of your names from a popsicle stick cup on my desk, and one of you would be person A, one of you would be person B to have this conversation over here on the right. So because you are virtual, I will go ahead and just kind of read that to you, and then we'll have a conversation about that. So practice this conversation for the homophone to, T-O-O. Read the first sentence, please. We were too afraid. Great. How did you spell too? T-O-O. Oh, no, that's not right. Yes, it is. Prove it for me. We were so frightened. You're right. Can you read the second sentence now? We were happy too. And how did you spell too? T-O-O. Sorry, that's not. We were happy also. You're right, it is T-O-O. So now if you will look on the left side of the screen, I have the homophone to, T-O-O. The proof for my word to make sure I use the correct form of the word to is so or also. And what that means for proof is that I should be able to substitute the word so or also anywhere that I use the word to, T-O-O, in my writing. For example, let's look at these sentences. The first one, we were too frightened. In that sentence, if I use the correct form of the word to, T-O-O, I should be able to substitute either so or also, and the sentence will still make sense. So let's try it. We were so frightened. Does that work? It sure does. What if I put in the word also? We were also frightened. Would that also work? It would. So I have used the correct form of to, T-O-O, in this sentence. The way that I would show that in my writing is by underlining the word to, T-O-O, to show that I know a proof for that word. And then above it, I'm going to write whatever the proof is. In this case, we've used the word so as the proof. So underline the word that you're proving, and in parentheses directly above it, whatever the proof word is. Let's check out that second sentence. We were happy too. All right, so T-O-O is my word I want to prove. I have underlined it, and now I'm going to fill in these proof words to see if I use the correct form of to. Let's try the word so first. We were happy so. Uh-oh, does that work? That one doesn't work. We were happy so. However, I have another word that I can try to prove that I have used the correct form of the word to. So let me try the word also. We were happy also. Would that work? It does. Also would work as a proof for the word to, T-O-O, in this sentence. So to prove it, I would underline the word to, and then directly above it, in parentheses, I'm going to write my proof. And in this case, I'm going to use the word also. All right, so what I want us to do is take this left side of my screen, and we're going to use it to fill in some charts in our writing notebook. So let me minimize this so I can try and split screen for you. I'll hold this over, and then I'm going to also pull up my ladybug so you can see both things going on. Okay, you should have your writing notebook and also the screen over here. Okay, now on the writing notebook, I want us to Give me just a moment here. Trouble with the live video. There we are. Okay. In your writing notebook, what I want you to start with is turning to the very, very back inside cover. If you had a printer available, you were able to print out your Grammar Keepers 101 tracking sheet. If you did not have a printer, please don't worry about it because we are going to record in one more spot. So if you do have your tracking sheet, what I want you to do is find the word to, which is the word we just proved. And to, I know it's kind of tricky to see. To is the third one down. So I have TWO, TO, and then TOO. And on that line, it asks you to write the proof. So do you remember what the proof for the word to, TOO, was? We can look right over here on the right side of the screen. And the proof was either so or also. So you are going to write so, comma, also on that blank. Do that. So, comma, also. And that is going to serve just as a really quick reference for you if you ever forget what the proof word for to, TOO, was. Those of you who did not have this chart, let's go ahead and open our notebooks back up. And I want you to find the section that was titled Grammar Notes. It was, I believe it was green. Okay, so Grammar Notes. What I'd like for you to do is just turn that title page over. And we are going to start on the right side. I'm going to go ahead, since I have a spiral, I'm going to go ahead and flip that closed so I can do this a little bit closer for you. I would like for you to write today's date. And remember, it is Monday, August 24, 2020. All right, so your date up at the top, Monday, August 24, 2020. What I would like you to do directly underneath that is to write everything you see in this left column. So we'll have our word, we'll have our proof, and then we're going to have our two example sentences. You do not need to skip lines. We're just going to fill that in. That way we have these notes in our writing notebook. So we'll start by writing our word to. Then we'll move down to proof. So TOO, the proof I would use could be the word so, could be the word also, and sometimes they'll both work. And then an example, and you can abbreviate just like they did on the screen. An example, and then we'll write those sentences just as they are written on the proof page. So we were too frightened. Exclamation point. And remember, to prove that word, you're going to underline the word that you're going to prove. And then up above, we said that so was our proof word, meaning we could substitute the word so in the sentence to make sure we use the correct form of the word to. All right, let's move on to that second one. On this one, I do want you to skip a line so that we do have room to prove our word to. So we were happy, comma, to. Now remember, on this one, we wanted to prove the word to, but so did not work. However, also did. So up above it, we would prove with our word also. And those are our notes for the word to. So whenever you need proof, if you don't have that tracking sheet, you can come back to this page and you'll see your proof for the word to, spelled T-O-O. If you did have the tracking sheet, you have two places that you can look. This is all we're going to do for Monday, August 24th for Grammar Keepers. So I want you to go ahead and just draw a line underneath our notes for today. And then tomorrow we can start with our Tuesday proof right underneath that spot. All right, I hope that was pretty clear for you. Tomorrow we'll go ahead, I'll model again. And then we should be able to start going a little bit quicker on these. Hopefully this was just a review from last year, and this proof is one that you already know, and we can start using it in our editing. Have a great day of learning. Bye-bye.